This is the Chapter 5 setup video for Slytherin. So you're going to need your ISN, a pen or pencil, pair of scissors, glue stick or glue, some sort of glue. You will also need a math menu that says Slytherin at the top. Okay. And then you will need your Chapter 5 vocabulary, integers, and the coordinate plane. Okay. So first thing that you want to do is you actually want to take the staple out of your packet. Because the packet is a little bit thicker, so you want to take the staple out. Once you've taken the staple out, you want to go ahead and cut your packet in half, straight down the center, okay? And you can do this individually, you can do it in small groups, it's up to you. I do recommend that when you do it, you keep them in the same order, and that way you won't be worried about which one has to go next. Okay. One more. Okay, so I split mine into 3. If you want to cut them individually, you can. It'll take a little bit longer, but you'll still get the same results. All right, so now I've cut my packets. So now I have one set of packets and 2 set of packets. So this is the set that had the staples in it. You can see the holes. Okay, so all these in this pile had the staples in them. So I made sure they were all still in the same. All right, so we're gonna pick up from where we left off, which was on page 88. Okay. Page 89, you're gonna leave blank. On page 90, you're going to glue in the page that says Chapter 5 vocabulary at the top. So that goes on page 90. Okay. Then on page 91, you're going to put in the one that has the 3 vocab words on it. It starts with rational number. That's on page 91. Now, on the top of page 90, so at the top of page 90, you're going to write Chapter 5 vocabulary. Okay, so that goes at the top of page 90. You're going to write Chapter 5 vocabulary. On page 92, you're going to put in the one that says integers and graphing. Page 92, integers and graphing. Page 93, you're going to leave blank. Page 94, you're going to glue in absolute value. Absolute value goes on page 94. Okay, so absolute values on page 94. On page 95, you're going to glue in the one that says try it. It has letter A. What is the opposite of 3? This goes on page... This goes on page 95. On page 96, you're gluing in the one that says compare and order integers. That goes on page 96. Page 97, you're going to glue in the try it out. It has letter A, -3, the circle, and then -5. That goes on page 97. On page 98, you're going to glue in compare and order rational numbers. That goes on page 98. On page 99, you're gluing in the ice cream cone. Page 99, you're gluing in the ice cream cone. On page 100, you're gluing in terminating and repeating decimals. So this goes on page 100. Terminating and repeating decimals. Page 101, you're going to leave blank. On page 103, you're going to glue in the coordinate graph, and this is the one that has the big graph on it. That goes on page 102. Page 102, you're gluing in the one with the graph. It says coordinate graph at the top. Okay. Then on page 103, you're going to glue in the other coordinate graph plane page. That goes on page 103. On page 104, you're going to glue in the try it out problem, and it has letter A. Refer to example 1, okay? So that's on page 104. On page 105, you're going to put graph on the coordinate plane, and it's got the one with the big X and Y on it. So you can see the X and Y with the 2 arrows. Okay, that's on page 105. On page 106, you're going to glue in the try it out with the big graph and all the numbers down here. That goes on page 106. On page 107, you're going to glue in the other graph on the coordinate plane page. Okay, it's got the X and Y, but it's got two of them. Okay, that goes on page 107. On page 108, you have the try it out problems. And this has up to letter I on it. Okay, so it's about different points. So this goes on page 108. And then on page 109 is going to be your math menu. That's on page 109. So now that we have everything glued in, we're going to go ahead and fill out our table of contents. So this is what your table of contents should look like for Chapter 5. On page 90 to 91, you should have Chapter 5 vocabulary. 92 through 93, integers and graphing. 94 through 95, absolute value. 96 through 97, compare and order integers. 98 through 99, compare and order rational numbers. 100 through 101, terminating and repeating decimals. 102 through 104, the coordinate graph. 105 through 108, graph on the coordinate plane. And on page 109 is the Chapter 5 math menu. So this is how your Chapter 5 should be set up for Slytherin. So I have Chapter 5 vocab on page 90 and 91. Page 92 is integers and graphing. Page 93 is left blank. Page 94, absolute value. And then the try it out problems on page 95. Page 96 has compare and order integers. On page 97 has the try it out problems. Page 98 says compare and order rational numbers. Page 99 has the ice cream cone. Page 100 has terminating and repeating decimals. Page 101 is left blank. Page 102 has the coordinate graph with the graph on it. Page 103 has the coordinate plane. Page 104 has the try it out problems. Page 105 has graph on the coordinate plane. Page 106 has the try it out problem with all of the lines down here. Page 107 says graph on the coordinate plane. Page 108 has try it problems. 108. And then page 109 has your math menu on it. It's 109.